Gu Ziyi. Why did I save you from disaster? The Wei family has treated you well.
Haha, who asked you to save me? How has a Jin treated me? I'm more than willing to accept it. He suffered for you for 10 years. You owe him. You'll pay it all back.
If there's a next life, I swear I'll make you two pay with blood for blood. I've been reborn. Back to the day I saved Gu Ziyi.
Wei Shening, you dare to beat me 3 times, you bitch.
Once the top young master of the capital, now just a lowly horse slave. In my past life, I pitied him. This life, I'll just watch you two be lovey-dovey.
Useless beast. Can't even catch a pole. I told you to kneel. Are you deaf?
Miss Jiang. This is the former young Master Gu. You're ordering him around without any hesitation.
What young master? He's just a dog of the Jiang family.
Sheng Jin, hit harder, this lowly scum. If you don't hit, they won't learn.
Miss Wei. Save me, I beg you.
Wei Shening, you. Aren't you the one who loves putting on a kind-hearted act? This slave is begging you. Why aren't you moving?
Miss Wei. I know you are the kindest. As long as you say the word, I'll serve you like a beast of burden for the rest of my life.
What filth! How dare you touch my skirt? Sister, keep your dog under control, don't let it crawl around. It's an eyesore. Gu Ziyi, since you're so willing, then in this life, I'll make sure you get your fill.
Stop hitting. How dare you stop me? I'll beat him to death anyway.
Miss, your face is bleeding a lot. Someone, come quickly.
Look at the Wei girl, actually risking her life for the son of a disgraced official. She doesn't even care about her face.
What protecting the slave? I think these two have probably already been secretly meeting, acting all devoted right here.
Did you hear?
Cousin. Look at yourself, all desperate. Since you like this wretched slave so much, I'll do you a favor and give him to you. After all, for him, your reputation is already ruined.
Really gave him away? Looks like the affair is definitely true. The Wei family's honor is completely destroyed.
If that old lady, that Jinx, doesn't leave, how are our sisters supposed to live? It's all over the streets, saying that he was raised under your care, yet he had secret dealings with a stable boy.
Yes, grandmother. You must stand up for us. His reputation is completely tarnished. If we keep him any longer, the face of the Wei family's relatives will be utterly disgraced.
Ning'er lost her mother as a child. I took pity on her and raised her here. Why do you have to push her so hard?
If you don't send her back home, I will dash myself against this pillar today.
Grandmother, Ning'er does not want you to be accused of immorality. Ning'er will set off for home today.
Ning'er, your father only has you as a daughter. The Wei family does not expect you to marry up. Sooner or later, we will find you an obedient son-in-law to take your family name. A good match for the family.
I thought the one I brought in was a son-in-law I could entrust my life to. But never expected he would be a death-dealing demon. Gu Ziyi, my father supported you. The Wei family provided for you, cleared your name, treated you generously. Why do you want to destroy us completely?
Generous. Wei Shening. Do you know what the Jiang family owed my Gu family back then? I was engaged to a Jin.
Engaged?
When my family was convicted, I took the token and begged the Jiang family at their door, but Jiang Shengjin publicly tore up the engagement contract, smashed the token. For that bag of life-saving rice, I willingly sold myself into slavery to the Jiang family.
He humiliated you like that, and you still...
Everyone thought I would grind the Jiang family to dust, but I insisted on having him back. The first thing I did when I seized power was to force his husband's family to divorce him. I wanted to take him back.
Then why are you targeting the Wei family?
Because I hate that he humiliated me, and even more that he broke off our engagement. And you, Wei Shenning, every time you saved me, every word of pity, loudly reminded me of my lowliness. The blood of the entire Wei family is barely enough to compensate for the humiliation I suffered.
So you'd rather be a slave at his feet than be the honored son-in-law of the Wei family. In that case, in this life, I'll let you wallow in that mud as long as you want.
Miss, look, that Master Gu, if they keep beating him, he'll die. Why aren't you saving him?
Why should I save him?
But that's Master Gu.
You, a maid serving me, caring about the Jiang family's stable boy.
Miss, I remember how kind-hearted you used to be. Before, when you saw Master Gu being beaten, weren't you always pained? You even asked me to bring him fine ointment. I'm afraid you didn't get a good look today, and you'll regret it later.
So, just because I sent ointment once, I have to save him every time. What kind of logic is that? Jiliu, are you so eager for me to stop my cousin because you pity that groom? Or are you afraid I won't fall into this trap?
Miss, I don't understand what you're saying. I'm just thinking of you.
Back then, when he was forced by Jiang Shengjin to use well water in the dead of winter, his hands were frozen purple and raw. If I hadn't been so naive back then, insisting on changing his fate, he would have been thrown out of the mansion long ago. In my past life, I always suspected that day at the polo field, I was pushed from behind into Jiang Shengjin's whip. When I woke up after fainting, the rumors were already set, the truth hard to find, so it was these hands I saved that pushed me from behind.
Miss, I am now Master Gu's concubine. Once Miss Jiang officially marries in, I'll ask him to send you to the estate, to live a peaceful life. Consider it repayment for your kindness back then.
Xiliu, back when grandmother punished me, it was because I forgot that your indenture is still with the Jiang family. This time, I won't make the same mistake again.
Miss, what are you saying?
Your savior isn't dead yet, so you won't be wearing that silk dress anymore.
Miss, are you really not going to stop her? If cousin keeps this up, Master Gu will really die.
Jiliu, you're still too young, you don't understand the stakes. Do you think this is just a family squabble? Look at those ladies from other households, they seem to be sitting on high, enjoying autumn, but they're actually keeping a sharp eye out, sizing up potential daughters-in-law for their sons. Today, in this setting, every word and action represents the family's reputation. If I openly oppose my own cousin over a groom, not only would it hurt our relationship, but it would also make our family seem undisciplined.
But cousin...
My cousin is still young, so maybe her judgment isn't mature, but my cousin brother is here today. Why doesn't he stop her? He's the only one qualified to reprimand her. If word of this reaches the ears of those matchmaking ladies, the Jiang family's reputation.
Miss, I suddenly feel unwell. I need to step out for a moment.
It didn't even take half a cup of tea before she couldn't sit still. Xiliu, since you're so devoted, then go quickly and tell that cousin brother of the Jiang family that his own sister is shaming the Jiang family in front of all the nobles in the capital.
Lady Wei, this is the top prize of today's polo match. Please keep it.
This is an Imperial Phoenix hairpin. It's worth a fortune. You can't even get a glimpse of it.
The Jiang family seldom gets such gracious favor from the palace. I see Jiang Shengjin was staring at this hairpin just now. Her eyes were practically popping out.
Such a fine piece is indeed rare. Cousin, it's not that I want to take what you love. Though I let you have 3 goals, I didn't expect that I still narrowly won by just a bit.
Wei Shenning, you're deliberately showing off, aren't you?
Cousin, you misunderstand. If you're angry because you missed out on what you love, how about I give you this hairpin? After all, the Marquis' residence receives many gifts. I've never been short of such hairpins and jewelry.
Who needs your charity? I don't need this crappy hairpin. I'm just angry at this slave for not taking good care of my horse. Just now, the winning goal was just a hair away from going in. It must be that this slave didn't feed the horse properly, making it run much slower than usual, which caused me to lose to you.
You're just not as skilled. Blaming the groom for your polo loss? That's rich.
That round was nowhere near a goal. You really know how to flatter yourself.
You made me look bad.
Gu Ziyi, in this life, this sweet taste of willing sacrifice. You'll have to bear it all.
Stop it. Jiang Shengjin. Look at the occasion. All the ladies from various estates are watching you. Causing such a scene here, do you want to ruin all the sisters in the family?
Mind your own business. It's all this slave's fault. A groom, if I hit, so what? He deserves to be beaten to death.
Cousin, you must be delirious. What are you all standing around for? Hurry up and take the lady back.
You're the one who's delirious. I will beat this beast to death today.
Ladies, the quality of this hairpin, take a look.
My god, this Miss Jiang, how could she even hit Miss Shen's maid?
She's gone mad. Not a shred of grace befitting a noble lady.
Cousin. You usually act so arrogantly at home, and I let it slide. I can't stop you from beating your own servants, but what's gotten into you now? How dare you hit my maid?
I didn't mean to hit her. She ran into my whip herself.
So many people saw you. That whip strike. If Shiliu gets hurt, how am I supposed to return home and explain to grandmother?
Shen Mei, Shang Jin, it was truly an accident. Let's go back to the mansion first. We can talk when we get back.
Why are you yelling at me? That little brat. It was you who snatched her from me in the first place. Her contract is still with our Jiang family. Since I have her contract, she is my family's servant. I discipline my own servant. Why shouldn't I be able to hit her?
So that's what you think, cousin. Since you put it that way, I'll return the girl to you. I was foolish. Back then I only cared about feeling sorry for her, begged to take her in, but forgot to also get her contract.
Miss Jiang, you sure are throwing your weight around.
Sister Shen, don't bother reasoning with such unreasonable people. It'll only degrade you. Let's go. Let's leave this place of trouble. Go rest over there.
I've gotten rid of 2 ungrateful wretches in one go. What a relief. Shiliu, since you are loyal, from now on, go back to the Jiang family, and serve your old master, and serve well.
Wait. Ayun. Save me, take me away. Please, Ayun.
He has also been reborn. Please lend me your sword. Cousin, your stable boy is truly audacious. In broad daylight, he dared to call me by my given name and grab at my dress. He's ruining my reputation like this. Is it because he thinks my Wei family has no backing that he dares to publicly destroy my honor?
Oh. Why are you so angry? Could it be that you've done something shady and are eager to silence someone? Ayun. Ouch, you're calling him so intimately. If you weren't used to spending time together in private, how would a stable boy have the nerve to address you like that?
Shang Jin, stop talking nonsense.
As for this intimacy, I should be asking you, cousin.
Asking me? He was calling your name. That's none of my business.
If it weren't for my cousin, all these years, no matter where she went, she always had this horse slave attend to her, even bringing him into the back courtyard of our sisters' gatherings. How would he have known the private names of young ladies? Besides, when we women gather, calling each other by our private names is no taboo. But today, this horse slave dared to call my name in public. Tomorrow, will he be able to call the names of all the ladies present?
If this is so, with just a few words, we'll be implicated by a servant?
To preserve our family's honor, we might have to shave our heads and become nuns.
I took the beating for him, but it only made Jiang Shengjin look good. Everyone praises him as straightforward and sincere, saying he beat Guji to prevent me from being seduced. As for me, I end up being called shameless, and charged with having an affair with a horse slave. In this life, I will make this dirty water splash back on you just the same. Cousin, you always say it's to prevent me from being seduced that you strictly discipline this servant. But today, it seems your discipline is just allowing him to casually slander the daughters of noble families.
Sister Shen, calm down. Shang Jin never meant that.
If you want to prove innocence, cousin, today, you should publicly beat this biting beast to death, as a warning to others. Otherwise, who knows which noble this servant will slander next? In his past life, he was very generous. He kept saying, better to demolish 10 temples than to ruin a marriage.
Who knew my cousin was so devoted, willing to risk her life to protect her lover? I guess I shouldn't have stopped you before. After all, she is the only daughter of Marquis Huaning, with plenty of backing. She can choose any husband she likes. Why would she listen to outsiders like us?
The whining Marquis family is truly improper.
He's inseparable from this horse slave every day. It's himself who did something shameful. We all saw it with our own eyes. Do they think everyone is blind?
Speaking of which, I also find it strange. The Gu family son was never sentenced to slavery back then. Why would he willingly lower himself to sell himself as a servant in the Jiang mansion?
Yes, what treasure does the Jiang family have that's worth him giving up his clean, free status and insist on degrading himself?
What else could it be? Isn't it obvious? He's like a drawn arrow, willing to be a slave or a dog, just to stay by her side.
HMP, you're all talking nonsense. If you don't believe me, ask him yourself. Gu Ziyi, ask him whether we have really cared for him with concern, brought him soup and medicine.
Cousin, if he has any injury or illness, he should naturally ask you, his mistress, for medicine. Why would I go out of my way and give people something to gossip about? The servants at home aren't useless. If he truly committed what you claim, since this matter has reached your ears, I'm sure many already know, why not produce solid evidence now? In front of everyone today, if you can find on him even a single thing related to me, I, Wei Shening, will kill myself right here to repay grandmother's painstaking upbringing.
You're crazy.
Let's search then, Miss Jiang. Since you proposed it, if nothing is found, what will you do then?
See? Can't produce evidence, can you? Are you determined to drive your own cousin to death?
Of course, Jiang Shengjin won't find anything. In my past life, to vent his anger, he took away all the medicine and handkerchiefs I gave to Gu Ziyi, took everything away. He even smashed the medicine bottles to pieces. Plus, Jili Yu, that traitorous spy, knew everything I sent, better than Gu Ziyi himself. How could he leave anything behind?
He trespassed into the inner quarters, offended so many noble ladies, that itself is a capital offense. In my opinion, we should just kill him on the spot, to spare everyone's eyes from his filth, and eliminate future trouble.
Even if he offended someone, it was Wei Shening he offended. What does it have to do with you? You won't even let him speak, and immediately want to beat and kill him. That's way too overbearing, HMPAF.
Fine, since my cousin wants him to speak, I will give him a chance to explain.
You fool, this crazy servant. If he really sticks to his story and talks nonsense, even if you kill 1,000 enemies, you'll suffer 800 losses yourself. Your reputation will be ruined.
Don't worry, sister. Since I dare let him speak, I'm naturally confident. To perish together, both sides must want to die. But I know Gu Ziyi values his life the most. He's still harboring the grand dream of restoring the Gu family's glory. He hasn't gained power over the court yet. How could he be willing to die? Gu Ziyi, speak for yourself. Is there even the slightest connection between you and me? Have we ever exchanged private gifts?
Never. I, Gu, and Miss Wei have never had any involvement.
The truth is clear. Cousin, take your dog back and teach him proper manners.
You filthy beast, you were calling her so intimately just now, and now you dare say you never had any dealings. If you had no secret relationship, why would you call her private name for help while dying?
The young lady is kind-hearted. Her reputation for treating servants well is known throughout the manor. My life was hanging by a thread, so I dared to beg her for help.
Then what about the name Yun, a stable boy, dare to call the noble lady's private name?
I spoke offensively, but I didn't mean to be presumptuous. It's just that a few days ago, the old lady took the young lady to pray at Qishan Temple, and needed horses, so I led the horse. I accidentally overheard half her name. Just now, in a life-or-death moment, I was so terrified that I forgot propriety. It is my fault. I will accept whatever punishment the young lady deems fit.
Then what about those premium wound medicines, the thick quilts for warmth, where did they come from? I saw with my own eyes, Jiliu coming out of your broken-down hut. You still tried to cover for Wei Shening.
Those medicines and cold weather items were sent by my close relative at great risk. It just happened that they met at the side gate, Miss Shiliu, and I asked her to bring them to me.
Throughout the capital, everyone knows your Gu family has long fallen. Your family is now destitute, can't even afford rice porridge. Where would you get the spare money to prepare these valuable items?
The tokens that allow free access to the manor, only the masters and their headmaids have. My family originally couldn't afford to prepare them.
Then how did you get the money?
With no other choice, I had to pawn the last valuable jade pendant on me. It was the token of love from back then. That jade pendant was originally a pair, carved with both families' lineage. The one representing the Gu family was shattered by the other party when the engagement was broken off. The remaining one representing the woman's family stayed with me. Now, forced by circumstances, I had to pawn it for cash. I just hope no one discovers the name on that jade pendant, lest it become a stumbling block for that woman's marriage.
This young Master Gu, though fallen and divorced, still doesn't want to hinder the other's future. If it were me, I would make a big scene and let everyone know to see which family committed such betrayal.
Gu Ziyi, this tactic of retreating in order to advance is executed to perfection. That engagement token, wasn't it shattered by Jiang Shengjin herself? This slap is truly loud against the Jiang family.
This stable boy himself said he never had any dealings. Today, this dirty water is being forced onto his own cousin's head.
Marquis Huining has been fighting on the frontier for 6 whole years without return. Helpless, he entrusted his only daughter to her maternal grandparents, If the Marquis learns that Miss Wei is being bullied like this in the capital, I'm afraid it would chill the hearts of all soldiers.
Your family has spoiled you, that's why you're like this. This aggressive and sharp-tongued temper, only caring about winning an argument, you don't even care about the reputation of your own flesh and blood, do you disregard it? Hurry up and apologize to your cousin.
I lost my head and spoke without thinking. I beg my cousin's forgiveness.
This groom has overstepped his bounds, his death would not be regretted. But today is a royal gathering, so it's not fitting to shed blood. I, on behalf of the Jiang family, guarantee that before he dares to utter even half a false word about any of you, I will make him unable to speak and unable to write, a cripple. Better to take him back to the mansion and let my cousin decide his fate. How about it?
Cousin, you jest. I've always been soft-hearted. I can't bear to punish harshly. Better for you to be the villain.
Which hand just soiled my cousin's dress?
Coincidentally, it's the very hand used to earn fame, the one that will one day wield power over the court, the right hand that writes.
This beast offended a noble. I'll take him back and deal with him strictly.
Guji. Now that the hand that holds the brush is broken, I'd like to see how you'll ever wield power over the court. Gilio, how could you be so careless? After all, we were mistress and servant. Seeing you injured like this, it truly pains my heart. If you need a good doctor to tend to your face, just come to me.
HMF, no need for cousin's concern. Just now, it was cousin herself who said, this servant's contract is still in the Jiang mansion. Since he's my servant, if he has any injuries, he'll come to me for medicine. Why should an outsider interfere?
Ziliu, in your past life, you pushed me toward the whip for Jiang Shengjin. In this life, you took the beating for him, even had your face ruined. I want to see whether you'll still be as loyal to him as you were in the past life. Who in the Jiang family came up with that brilliant idea? Did they really think that leaving me here, I would actually walk back? Since you dared to leave, don't blame me for turning this to my advantage.
Wei Shen, why are you still here? Didn't the Jiang family's carriage leave long ago?
Perhaps my cousin had something urgent and left ahead. It's fine, I'll wait a bit longer. My cousin will surely come back for me.
It's getting dark. In this wilderness, it's not proper for a young lady to wait alone. If you don't mind, get in my carriage, I'll see you part of the way.
Thank you for your kindness, madam, but my cousin has never left me behind. If I leave now, when she comes back and can't find me, she'll be frantic. I'd better wait here.
Isn't this Lan Yun? Why are you standing alone in the wind? Where are your attendants?
Your Highness, Lan Yun is waiting for her cousin, Yun Nan. In my previous life, Princess, Jiang Shenjin schemed to marry up. The matriarch of that house is this very lady. She is also a very clever and formidable person.
When I arrived, I saw the Jiang family's carriage speeding away, no sign of turning back. Lan Yun, come up. Today I will see just how busy the Jiang family really is.
Jiang Shenjin, the high-ranking family you've been dreaming of marrying into, has now become my carriage home. The drama is just beginning.
Originally, your grandmother and I discussed betrothing you as the heir's consort. Even the marriage contracts were to be exchanged. Unfortunately, that incident happened. The Jiang family went so far as to announce publicly that they had already settled a betrothal with the prince's manor.
In my previous life, Princess, to prevent me from being completely swallowed by rumors, actually acknowledged this marriage. It was Lan Yun who was not destined for such fortune. As long as my cousin gets her wish, marrying up is also fine.
Marrying up? The Jiang family wants to trade common wood for precious pearls. Do they really think the prince's manor is so easily fooled? If Jiang Shengjin really enters this household, she will have a hard time.
Lan Yun only asks that grandmother's reputation not be tarnished. As for the rest, it's up to fate.
Mother, don't wait any longer. Cousin isn't without legs. Even without a carriage or servants, she can still walk back, can't she? You're making such a big deal out of this.
It's you, not knowing how cousin plotted with outsiders today to exclude me.
Ah Jin is the one who was wronged. The Jiang family's temple is small. It cannot accommodate the only daughter of Marquis Huaning, such a grand Buddha. Walking back on her own is quieter anyway.
Lan Yun actually has such ability? I will punish her severely on behalf of her mother.
Your Highness, your carriage has arrived. I, your subject, failed to welcome you from afar.
Although I was left alone, the princess was kind-hearted and escorted me partway. Otherwise, I would truly have had to, as Aunt said, walk back on my own legs.
Your Highness, I failed to welcome you. Please forgive me, Your Highness.
How have you been, Master? I came so suddenly, empty-handed to see you. It's truly impolite.
You brought Lan Yun back safely. That is the best gift for me.
Eldest Miss Jiang, why aren't you leading the way? I am catching up with Master. How long are you going to block the way?
Grandmother was once a famous Guishan Shuzi who moved the capital. She taught the 4 books and 5 classics. Back then, many high-ranking ladies were her students. The princess and mother were classmates back then. The princess is using her identity as a student to honor grandmother.
Oh, why are you still kneeling? Please get up.
Thank you, Princess.
Miss Jiang, weren't you the star at the polo match? How come you trip while curtsying at home? Right, you're more delicate than others. I suppose the servants of the Jiang family are indeed more ruthless than those in the palace.
I wouldn't dare.
Dare not? What wouldn't the Jiang family dare to do? Even the legitimate daughter of a marquis you can just abandon without a second thought. Lady Jiang and Miss Jiang are truly mother and daughter. The daughter slanders her cousin for having an affair with a groom. The mother follows behind, making a young lady appear in the wilderness.
Forgive me, Princess. I admit my fault.
Teacher, since you say the Jiang family is too small to accommodate Lan Yuan, this big Buddha, why don't you agree to the engagement of the 2 children today, so that I can move this big Buddha to my house sooner, to avoid such humiliation in public?
Regarding my daughter's matter, let me think it over.
All right, please consider it again. I'll take my leave.
Did you hear? That eldest daughter of the Jiang family injured 2 servants at the polo match. Absolutely vicious.
That's not all, she even left her own cousin, the legitimate daughter of Marquis Swining, alone at the polo field, and drove off by herself.
Such arrogance and cruelty, who would dare marry such a malicious woman?
Only then did the eldest aunt realize how fast rumors spread. That day's polo match was supposed to be a matchmaking event. Those servants were all informants for the aristocracy. Jiang Shengjin, the high-status marriage you desired is completely shattered in this lifetime.
Did you hear? That eldest daughter of the Jiang family went mad in public at the polo match, seriously injured 2 servants in one day.
That's not all, she even the legitimate daughter of the marquis living with them abandoned in the outskirts, and walked away smugly. Such a domineering and erratic temper, which family can tolerate?
That day's polo match was originally a viewing for the young masters of various families. The nobles behind the beaded curtains have sharp eyes. The Jiang family has completely shown their true colors this time.
Sister-in-law, now the entire capital is avoiding our Jiang family. Either you quickly find a match for Shengjin and marry her off, or send her to become a nun.
If not, we should quickly divide the family. We can't let Shengjin alone ruin the reputation of all the girls in the family.
You all kick me when I'm down?
Are you done yelling? Look at the fine daughter you raised. Now, my colleagues in the court are looking at me funny. If I lose my post because of this wretch, I'll never forgive you.
Sister-in-law, we're family after all. Gina grew up under your watch. Your nephew is a man of integrity. If...
Sister-in-law, do you take us for fools? Let me be honest with you. Take this gift back. I won't mince words.
What do you mean? The rumors may be ugly, but Gina is still a well-bred young lady.
Your little indiscretions, sister-in-law, aren't enough to ruin Shengjin's marriage prospects. The real reason is that stable boy, Gu Zhiyi, is connected to a treason case. And she's involved with this lowly stable boy in a shady relationship.
That's a false accusation.
Which family would let a woman with ties to a stable boy into their home? Sister-in-law, you should stop ruining good families. If you ask me, pick a trusted servant from the house and marry her off as far away as possible.
Miss, the madam is back from her family's home. The 2nd and 3rd branches are pushing to divide the household. The master is having a huge fight with the madam.
Unless it's absolutely necessary, the aunt would never marry her beloved daughter to a servant. Jiang Shengjin, Gu Zhiyi, in this life, I will honor your love and devotion.
Miss, the Yunnan prince's manor has sent gifts again. Now, the whole capital knows that your marriage to the heir is a done deal. We're just waiting for the master to return from court to seal the bond.
The Prince of Yunnan is a hereditary prince of a different surname. Highly respected. The heir, Yan Pei, will inherit the dukedom. The position of his princess is naturally sought after.
That's why they say you're blessed, miss. Once you marry, our house will be connected to the royal family. Not like that one from the main branch next door.
What's the status with Jiang Shengjin?
Heaven help us. Quickly find Jinner a proper match.
Madam, I've gone to all the families we know, but the moment I mentioned our eldest Miss Jiang, they wouldn't even let me in. Now, this reputation of being damaged goods really no one dares to accept.
It's all that Wei Shenning's fault. Why should she become a princess? My Jinner can't even get a marriage proposal. Why?
Get out. All of you, get out. Useless.
Go. Look at Jiliu's face, it's so rotten, you can even see the bone.
The eldest lady said, make him kneel here every day, face up so everyone can see clearly. This is the consequence of betraying your master to save someone.
Jiliu is also committing a sin. Being tortured like that every day, he has a hard time, and he wants those around him to accompany him, sink into the mud together.
Jiang Shengjin, this is just the beginning. In the previous life, you climbed high on the blood of my Wei and Shen families. In this life, I want you, in this confined place of house arrest, to drain every bit of your pride.
Miss, Xiliu just sent word saying she saw the eldest Miss Jiang change into a coarse servant's clothes and sneaking toward the stables.
The stables. He couldn't sit still after all.
In the middle of the night, why would he put on that disguise and go to the stables? Miss, should we go check it out?
Why, Jiliu? I saved you. Why did you do this to me?
Why? Back then, the madam held my contract. When she threatened me, she also said she would sell me. All these years, not a single day have I not lived in fear.
Was I not good to you?
Other maids who accompany their mistress in marriage at least can become a concubine, but me, I just continue being a servant in a different place. You only saved me, but never once considered what I would do later. Wei Shenning, how dare you demand repayment for your kindness? If I were loyal to you, the one lying in the stables begging for mercy today would be me.
Sinhe, in our Huining Marquis manor, has never mentioned the word contract, right?
Of course. In the manor, they are all old family members brought back by my father. We are family, fellow soldiers, how could there be servant contracts?
Yes, I never paid attention to contracts because the manor doesn't need them. How ridiculous. Gilu said she was afraid of being sold, but never mentioned a word to me. If she had spoken up, even if I had to beg my grandmother, I could have gotten her a new one, a clean contract. She would rather bow to malicious threats than trust me. Thinking back now, conscience is indeed harder to cure than appearance.
Miss, stop picking. That loyal Sinhe of yours has escaped.
Good, he's gone. As long as he can survive.
He's tough, I'll give him that. We tortured him all night last night, but he didn't scream, afraid you'd worry. He actually bit his own tongue until it was mangled. Who would have thought, after being so abused, he still had the strength to break free from two big men's grip, jump the wall, and escape? Seems he's not the type to die for you, is he?
Bit his tongue until it was mangled. What do you know? Sinhe's father was a close relative of my father's. He was severely injured and crippled, protecting my father. Sinhe's martial arts skills are in his blood. He didn't resist last night because I was locked up next door. He was preserving his strength to survive and save me. That's why he endured such humiliation.
Miss, this tea has gone cold. Drinking it might upset your stomach.
Cold is fine. It'll help clear my head.
Miss, are you still thinking about Shiliu?
Siliu's face is ruined, isn't it? Tomorrow, take him some medicine for his wounds, and add a jar of the best healing balm.
Miss,
Don't give it to him directly. Find a few reliable people, and have them hawk the medicine near the side gate of Jiang Mansion. When he comes to buy medicine a second time, make sure they casually let Jiang Shengjin know.
Understood, miss. You want them to fight each other like dogs?
A wicked person needs a wicked match. Now I'm going to personally grind those two wicked ones down.
It's the barking dog that bites. The quiet ones don't bark. Guziyi. You dare hold back on me? What are you laughing at? Now rumors about the betrothal are flying everywhere outside. If it wasn't your hidden half of the jade pendant that leaked the news, then who? Tell me which pawnshop you pawned that jade pendant in.
Miss Jiang, your brother has already turned every pawnshop in the capital upside down. Right?
Don't think I don't know what you're thinking. You want to use the jade pendant to ruin my reputation. Dream on.
Guji is indeed not the passive, beaten youth from his past life. After weathering the treacherous political waters for so many years, even though he's reborn as a youth, handling a fool like Jiang Shengliang is a piece of cake.
Miss, it seems his hand has been reattached.
Jiang Shengliang is afraid he'll die, which would cut off the lead to the jade pendant. He'll surely get the best doctor. The tendons are reattached, but so what?
You'd better pray that I find that jade piece, otherwise I'll make your life a living hell and death a mercy you can't have. You like me that much? Even though the engagement is broken, you're still clinging to the betrothal token. Gu Ziyi, if you just behave and tell me where the jade pendant is, I might consider giving you a little reward. How about that?
Let's hear about this reward.
Miss, he actually tried that trick. How shameless.
He still thinks the rumors are just about the jade pendant. As long as there's no physical evidence he can turn things around. Gu Ziyi is unyielding, so he thinks beauty can move his heart.
I want some interest first. Otherwise, why should I trust you?
What do you want?
Take off your clothes. I thought you were special, but now I see you're just ordinary. You look so cheap right now.
Yo. In the middle of the night.
Wei Shening, get out.
Cousin, why are you shouting so loud? Afraid the whole Jiang mansion won't hear you sneaking around with a stable boy. So my cousin actually had a betrothal with a stable boy. Oh, I almost forgot, this stable boy isn't just any stable boy. He was once the most celebrated first gentleman of the capital. The one having an affair with him is your cousin. But you're so vicious that you'd even injure me. And scheme against your own ex-fiancé to frame me. Just to frame me.
You liar. You bitch. Don't slander me.
What did I ever do wrong for you to hate me so much? Let me guess, is it because grandmother is negotiating a marriage with the Yunnan prince's mansion? I'm a good match for the prince's household and I have a childhood bond with the heir, while you not only had a betrothal with a stable boy and can't let anyone know about it, so you devised this vicious plan to kill two birds. With one stone, ruin my reputation and cover up your own disgrace, am I right?
Wei Shining, how dare you hit me? How dare you hit me?
Hit you? What can you do about it? All these years, I respected you as my sister, to keep grandmother from getting upset, no matter how you provoked and bullied me. I let you have your way. Have you really forgotten? I'm the only child of Marquis Huining, and now I'm the future wife of the Yunnan prince's heir, hitting a dishonorable daughter of the Jiang house. What's the problem with that?
You bitch. I've fed you well and given you good food. All these years I've raised you, and what do I get? An ungrateful wretch. They say raising a child counts more than giving birth. Today, on behalf of your mother, I'm going to teach you a lesson.
Weak and powerless. Any expert can see it's just a show.
You. How could you?
You didn't know, cousin. Father, when he entrusted me to grandmother's care, it was because he was always leading troops, and could only teach me martial arts. Father hoped that grandmother would temper my nature, make me more refined and steady. Too bad you forced me to fight. This whip carries inner force. When it hits, it doesn't draw blood at first, but the pain won't stop. You'll suffer for a month.
Gu Ziyi, what are you waiting for? You useless dog. Get over here and stop her.
Go ahead, cousin, shout louder. Call everyone in the Jiang manor here. Let them all see, late at night, the eldest miss of the Jiang family, disheveled, embracing a stable boy in the stables. What a sight that would be. What are you laughing at? That laugh is disgusting. Since you like laughing so much, I'll beat you until you can't laugh anymore. After all, I came here today just to vent.
Useless, all useless. I've tried these old scar remedies, applied them for days, so why is the mark still there?
Calm down, miss. Maybe it hasn't been long enough.
Not long enough. If we wait any longer, the whole capital will know that I was beaten by that bitch Wei Shening. Get the silk and wrap it tight.
Stop. What are you hiding in your clothes?
Nothing. Just some common medicine.
Jiliu, the scar on your face. How has it faded so much? Where did this come from?
It's from a traveling merchant, the scar cream I managed to buy.
Such a miraculous medicine, and a lowly servant like you deserves to use it. Here, take these as compensation. I'm taking this bottle.
Jiang Shengjin, that medicine is indeed miraculous. In my past life, I spent years researching how to fade the whip scar on my face, years of study, using all the resources of the Marquis Manor and the Grand Secretary's estate, to finally obtain this secret formula. The ingredients are complex, the knife and brush cut to the bone. I'll make you taste that feeling too. In that decay cream, I added toxic lead powder and mandrake. Although it removes scars and whitens skin, once you start using it, you'll never be able to quit.
Miss Shiliu has sent word,
Saying that,
the eldest aunt is frantic now. She actually got the idea to betroth Jiang Shengjin to that horse attendant, Gu Ziyi.
betroth her to Gu Ziyi. Good. They're truly a perfect match made in heaven. In this life, I must give them a great gift.
Are you crazy? Shengjin, even at her worst, she's still the legitimate eldest daughter of the vice minister's mansion. You actually got the idea to betroth her to that horse attendant? You're just letting everything fall apart. Are you trying to completely disgrace the Jiang family?
My lord, calm down. I'm not acting recklessly. I received guidance from an immortal.
Immortal? Again with those swindling Taoist priests. You've given away so much incense money. Haven't you been cheated enough?
This time is different. That immortal said, our horse attendant is a hidden dragon. Although that noble son-in-law is currently in the mud, once something happens, he will surely soar to the sky. Reach the highest official position, above all others.
Reach the highest official position? With that Gu Ziyi who has a crippled right hand.
At first, I didn't believe it either. But that immortal revealed 2 secrets in a row. First, he said that the second branch will soon encounter a calamity. Second, he said that the Tian family's palace will be shaken by the maternal relatives.
Nonsense.
Vice Minister Jiang, this second master of your household owes our gambling house a full 3,000 taels of silver. The black and white is right here. If you don't give us an explanation today, we'll go to Shuntian Prefecture to argue it out.
Big brother, save me.
Second brother, you hid from the family and went gambling heavily? And owe so much debt?
Master, madam, something terrible has happened. The imperial uncle tried to kidnap a common woman, but she refused, and he beat her to death on the street. That family took it to Shuntian Prefecture. The whole city is cursing him. The emperor is furious. Imperial consort was directly demoted to noble lady, confined to the palace. The imperial uncle was sentenced to exile 1,000 li, to depart immediately.
What? How did it turn out?
The second branch's matter, even the second sister-in-law didn't know. The Tian family affair is even more beyond human control.
Since our ancestors decreed it, we must seize this lifeline. But on the surface, we can't act too strangely, or we'll arouse suspicion.
You're right, my lord. Shengjue, from now on, don't scold or beat him anymore. Instead, visit him more often, build a closer bond in private. Bind his heart tightly to yours.
Father, mother, I understand. As long as he truly rises in the world, what's a little humiliation for me?
Once he shows his capabilities, we can discuss marriage. But if he ends up a failure, we won't be trapped. What you need to do is to become his only hope. Understand?
I will not let you down.
Hey, look, isn't that the former horse groomer of our estate, Gu Ziyi? Horse groomer? Now we need to call him Lord Gu.
I heard that while he was herding horses in the suburbs, he, by chance, saved the third prince, who was returning to the capital with his uncle.
Not only was he freed from slave status, but because of his talent, he gained the third prince's favor. Now, he's the third prince's trusted aide, rising rapidly in the world.
Now the eldest prince and the crown prince are fighting for the throne, causing discord among brothers. They've angered the emperor. Both have been sidelined. This third prince is extremely popular. Gu Ziyi has become a close minister of the prince. His future prospects are boundless.
People outside are making a fuss, saying that Gugai has turned his fortune around. Those Jiang family members are dreaming of becoming imperial relatives. Ning'er, don't listen to that.
Be good, Ning'er. I won't listen.
Your mother passed away early. The best path I can plan for you is this prince's manor. The princess is my last disciple. Out of respect for me, she will surely protect you.
Grandmother.
Everyone envies the Gao family's prominence, but once you go, I only hope to live a few more years so that the princess, for my sake, will treat you well.
Grandmother, in my past life, I followed your words and believed that this was the best path. But that marriage contract in the end became a dagger thrust at me by Jiang Shengjin, and the fuse that destroyed the Wei family. Grandmother, if I could do it over, marrying into the prince's manor is not the best ending you speak of. I'd rather die.
What nonsense are you talking?
I never agreed to this marriage, not from the start. Grandmother, if one day the Jiang family can no longer be relied upon, Would you be willing to come live with me at the Marquis Manor?
I have my father's dowry. Even if the sky falls, I can support myself.
What if those uncles fall on hard times?
Then let them fend for themselves. As men who uphold the Jiang family name, if they end up broke, they're worthless, not worth pity.
Hurry up, or we won't be able to squeeze in. I heard Lord Gu is being rewarded over there. Who would have thought that former stable boy actually made it? He's the first one from our estate too. Young master. We've got to go see that glory.
You still lack patience. Starting over from scratch. Without my help in this life, you have no background, no fame, no talent, no place to thrive. All you have left are memories of foresight.
Miss, he saved the third prince. Now, everyone in the capital says he's the emperor's close advisor. The main branch is practically worshipping him.
A chess player must never move pieces arbitrarily. In the past life, the third prince returned wounded, which stirred the emperor to use poison. But Gu Ziyi was too impatient, making the third prince a target prematurely. One wrong move and the whole game is lost.
Miss, the first madam always believed Gu Ziyi was guided by an immortal. What about second master's gambling debts?
Second uncle's gambling was already deceiving the elders. Everyone knows about his dirty secrets. I just teamed up with the bookie to set a trap, and he walked right into it. Afterward, I split the profit 60-40 with the bookie, earned some silver, and handed the main branch a so-called prophecy. Why not?
What about the imperial consort harming the royal heir, and the maternal uncle beating someone to death? Those are beyond human control.
He was investigated by Yan Pei. He was the chief officer of that office. The earliest intel transferred to Shantian Prefecture was all given to me by him. There's no immortal guiding anyone. It's just human effort prevailing. I've already set up a net spread across the sky, waiting for you hidden dragons to walk right in.
Lord Gu, all the gossip from our estate before, please don't take it to heart. We always knew you had greatness in you, no ordinary man.
Absolutely. Toiling away through the civil service can't compare to Lord Gu's merit in saving the emperor. You're now the third prince's right-hand man. From now on, our Jiang family will rely entirely on your support.
Ha ha ha.
Miss Jiang has really grown up. Look at her poise, acting like the lady of the house, truly remarkable.
You flatter me. Lord Gu, gracing my humble home is the Jiang family's honor.
Ayun. Ayun. You hid here to avoid those vulgar people? Or to avoid me? Ayun. You've also been reborn, haven't you? Haha, that's great. Heaven hasn't been unkind to me after all, giving us a chance to start over. Ayun, in this life, I am no longer that lowly horse groomer. I can finally stand tall and marry you with a grand procession.
Haha, Gu Ziyi, have you lost your mind?
Ayun, I'm sincere.
What? You were lured to death by me in the last life, and you think it tasted good? Do you want a second round in this life? Living a new life, you're still the same incorrigible. Relying on those foreknowledge memories, you think you can control everything. In my eyes, you're nothing.
Wei Shening.
Get out. Your stench of alcohol makes me sick.
Ayun. A life and a hand. To trade for us starting over in this life. In my eyes, it's worth it.
Start over. On what grounds?
In this life, I am already a trusted aide of the third prince. I will marry you as a principal wife into my mansion. Though I can only let you be a noble concubine for now, but once your father joins the third prince's faction, and after the task, surrenders military power, and retires with the family to the countryside, the third prince will no longer be wary of you. When the third prince ascends the throne, I will request a noble title for you. I guarantee you will be more honored and glorious than any principal wife in the world. Ayun, just sit in the Grand Secretary's mansion, and enjoy wealth and honor.
Then who is the principal wife?
Ayun, the principal wife is just a product of marriage alliance. It doesn't matter who she is. The only love in my heart, from beginning to end, will only be you. You are skilled in diplomatic arts, the most rational. You can understand me, right? For the great cause, this is just a necessary sacrifice.
Understand. Of course, I understand. Just like in the last life, Jiang Shengjin was one of your few obsessions. But once he became your mosquito blood, you thought he was worthless. Not even deserving the position of principal wife. But you forgot, I am now engaged to the heir of Prince Yunnan. We have a betrothal. No matter how capable you, Lord Gu, are, how can you marry me?
A mere Prince Yunnan? In the last life, I could have Jiang Shengjin divorced. In this life, naturally I can also snatch you back from your predecessor. Yan Pei used all his military merits in the last life to exchange for you. The grudge of your departure, I haven't settled it with him yet. Do you know how much I regretted letting you go?
Lord Gu, you are so devoted. What about cousin? In this life, you will treat that cousin who did you a great favor how? Jin.
When he got lost at Xiangshan Temple as a child, he knew and pitied me. My family had just suffered a tragedy, and he was full of sorrow. We were kindred spirits. He even gave me a generous gift to cheer me up. Although he's arrogant and bullies you on a daily basis, I don't like that either, but for the sake of that childhood bond, I'll take him as a concubine of good standing, below you.
A concubine of good standing, cousin. If she heard Lord Gu's plans, I wonder whether she'd cry or laugh.
Yi, the honored guests are still waiting. The wine at the feast has stopped. Father is so anxious he sent me to find you everywhere, so you are hiding here. What, are you having regrets now? Seeing Yi soaring high these days, you want a piece of the pie too?
Cousin, you worry too much.
But it's useless no matter how much you flatter. Yi's future is limitless. When he becomes Chief Grand Secretary, I'll be a first-rank lady. As for that Yunnan prince's mansion of yours, barely surviving on ancestral glory, how can it compare to the Chief Grand Secretary Wei Shenning? You won't be arrogant for long.
Really? Then let's see who can sit securely in that high position. Then let me congratulate you in advance on finding a good husband, cousin, and a happy marriage.
Miss, the incense that the lady bought, the cheap kind, is already burning.
And the hangover soup.
It's also stewing. We added something to it. I saw those herbs, they were all common stuff, so I swapped them for strong ones. Very potent. Guaranteed to get her pregnant tonight.
When Aunt gets double happiness, if we don't ask for a big reward, it wouldn't do justice to your thoughtfulness, daring to get drunk in a den of wolves. Gu Shiyi's honey trap is for people like you who think you're in control.
Shin He, pack up quickly. Today we're going back to the Marquise's mansion.
Grandma, what happened?
If anyone asks, just say your father is returning to the capital. We're going back early to prepare. We can't stay in this Jiang mansion a moment longer.
They say Lord Gu, drunk, went to the wrong courtyard and ended up in the eldest daughter's room. By noon the next day, no one came out. Everyone thought the eldest daughter was ill. They opened the door, oh my, it was a sight too obscene for words.
Miss, the Jiang family is in an uproar. The eldest couple wants to go with the flow and betroth the eldest daughter to Lord Gu.
Gu Shiyi agreed.
Lord Gu not only refused, but also said some harsh words. He said it was the Jiang family who called off the engagement. And now they're scheming again. Since there's no betrothal letter or token, the engagement is void.
What did he say?
He said he could take responsibility, but the eldest daughter can only enter the household as a concubine.
Concubine. Gu Shiyi, you really are still that mercenary little man.
The eldest uncle was livid. She's the legitimate daughter of a high-ranking official. How could she be a concubine? But Lord Gu showed no respect at all, and just left in a huff.
The Jiang family isn't easy to mess with. Didn't they have a backup plan?
The Jiang family redeemed a jade pendant from the gold suburb pawnshop. It's the one from the engagement that wasn't destroyed back then. And they secretly hired a female doctor. I heard the eldest daughter has been unwell lately. She's most likely pregnant.
Jade pendant and a child. Gu Shiyi, this time, let's see how you wriggle out of it.
According to the law of this dynasty, any engagement token can serve as proof. Lord Gu, if this jade pendant is taken to Shuntian Prefecture, your case of abandoning your wife and breaking your word will be settled.
Uncle, it was the Jiang family who called off the engagement first.
Who can prove that? Now there's solid evidence, Shengjin, and she's carrying your child. You have a bright future, but if you get into trouble because of this, and those conservative officials impeach you, can you keep your position? Lord Gu is a smart man. He knows what to choose.
Fine.
How dare you? Stop the Marquis's carriage.
Ayun, let me explain. That half-jade pendant doesn't exist at all. I made it up back then to get away from them. You should know best. When did I ever have a jade pendant? Ayun, you're smart. You have to believe me.
Of course, I believe you.
As long as you believe me, all the grievances I've suffered are worth it.
I believe you because that jade pendant was made by my orders, based on your fabrication, and sent to the pawn shop. You and my cousin are two of a kind, perfectly matched. How could I bear to see you two lovers separated?
Wei Shening, you
said you'd marry me as your wife, and take my cousin as a noble concubine, out of childhood affection, and you said the position of wife is just a product of marriage alliance. Gu Shiyi's power and fame are only yours if you can actually wield them. Now, you're in the hands of a woman you look down on, completely under her thumb. You can't even decide your own marriage. Useless waste like you. Get out.
Miss, the Marquis is back. The Marquis really returned safely.
Yes, he's back safe and sound. In my past life, it was on this very day that I welcomed Father with joy, not knowing it was the start of a nightmare.
with this letter, old General Wei will walk right into the trap. By imperial decree, Wei Liangjun plotted treason. Your subject Gu Shi is permitted to carry out the execution, to prove his own innocence.
You lied to me. My father came to save me. He didn't rebel.
His Majesty spared your life out of consideration for me. Don't blame me. I'm divorcing you to protect you from the treason charge.
Back then, when your father rebelled, I destroyed the evidence with my own hands. Gu Zhiyi, you make me sick.
Lan Yun, don't beg him anymore. I know my daughter would never grovel like this. Not even to save her own father.
Father,
When the letter reached me, I knew it was a trap, but I couldn't take the risk. Even if there was only a 1 in 10,000 chance that you were really calling for help, if I didn't go, how could I face your mother in the afterlife? Live on, even though the Wei family army is disbanded, its spirit remains. Lan Yun, they're waiting for you to reunite them. Lan Yun, why are you just standing there? Your father's back. Don't you recognize me?
I do, Father. Lan Yun has waited too long for this day. I'm sorry, Father. This time, let Lan Yun protect you, and the entire Wei family. Father, the world is at peace now, but the court's winds don't seem to want our Wei family to rest. Some people can't stay put.
Lan Yun, no matter who sits on the throne, as long as we hold the Wei family army, fear is inevitable.
That's why in my past life, they hurriedly pinned on you the charge of colluding with a disgraced official's descendant. But in this life, Gu Zhiyi is already a trusted aide of the third prince. Father, I'd like to see what excuse the emperor will use this time to take away your military power, and how he will honor your great battlefield achievements. Gu Zhiyi constantly advises the third prince. Floods in Jiangnan, drought in the northwest, bandit uprisings in the mountains. Every time he speaks, he has a plan. His reputation skyrocketed, making him seem like a once-in-a-generation sage minister. Jiang Shenjin became even more prominent. Though he and Gu Ziyi had a simple wedding, even the house and carriage were provided by her brother. But now, that initial investment is paying off handsomely.
Oh, cousin. It's been so long since Uncle returned with his troops. Why, has there been no word about your marriage to the Prince of Yunnan's heir? Still nothing.
Thank you for your concern, cousin.
Didn't someone, not long ago, boast about being the future princess consort? But I noticed, since you returned to this Marquis manor, the Princess of Yunnan hasn't visited even once. Cousin, I advise you, it's best to come up with a plan soon to keep your man on a tight leash. Otherwise, who knows when this marriage might fall through. Then we'll see what you have to be smug about.
Miss, please mind your manners.
When the mistress speaks, there's no place for a maid to interrupt. Wei Shening, Yi is now in the third prince's good graces. From now on, our Jiang family will be second to none. You'd better take care of yourself.
Sinhe, don't get upset. The higher they climb, the harder they fall. The third prince's throne won't be secured by just a few policy essays. That's not how it works.
Cousin, I noticed the Princess of Yunnan hasn't been coming to the manor much lately. Could it be that your position as heir's consort is really in jeopardy?
Father has returned from the campaign, and without a lady of the house to host, to avoid any hint of impropriety, the princess naturally wouldn't call. He cherishes me, so from now on, he'll just take me out directly. As for you, cousin, that wound on your neck, is it even fully healed yet?
This little scratch, I'd still manage to have a baby, no problem. Don't you worry about me. When Yi becomes Grand Secretary, I'll have plenty of fine herbs to mend myself.
Oh, I highly doubt that. Once you're married, you'll soon have to endure the pains of childbirth. And if you end up with a mother-in-law who's not so understanding, then you'll really know what suffering is.
What nonsense are you spouting? With Yi's current status, who would dare give me attitude?
Miss, I heard that Lord Gu's biological mother is an extremely formidable woman. She's due to arrive in the capital in a few days.
Formidable doesn't even cover it. In my past life, though she never tormented me, I saw firsthand the wretched state of Gu's sisters-in-law. That old lady is full of backward ideas, practically a witch who drains the life out of you. I guess you've forgotten, cousin, back then, how the Jiang family called off the engagement with the Gu family, and how they made Gu Ziyi work as a horse groom in the manor for years.
Shut up, Wei Shening. You're just jealous. Jealous that I'm carrying Yi's child.
These old debts, the old lady of the Gu family is surely waiting to settle them with you, one by one. Jealous, cousin. I'm telling you to enjoy this time before the baby comes. Treasure it. These fleeting happy days.
What do you want?
I'm not doing anything, just want to watch you fall hard from a great height, to see that moment, how much weight, and how much pain.
What a brilliant armchair strategy. Third Prince, this is the genius you recommended to save the world?
Father, please calm your anger. Lord Gu, his policy essay earlier
About building dams in Jiangnan not only failed to stop the flood, it actually diverted the waterway and flooded 3 towns along the way. Refugees everywhere. This is the brilliant plan he gave me.
You fool! The Emperor humiliated me in public. All thanks to you. Weren't your strategies supposed to be foolproof? Huh?
How is that possible? In my past life, it clearly.
What past life are you talking about? Get out. Don't let me see you again.
Back then, he bided his time and achieved great things. It was because I sent him to the Imperial Academy. Taught him the civil exams. Taught him how to serve in the provinces, accumulate political achievements. Now he only wants shortcuts.
Can't even walk but wants to run. Now this waterway diversion has damaged the foundation of the state. Let's see how he fixes this.
Wei Shening, it's you. Isn't it?
Lord Gu. You. In this state. It's truly sickening to see. The officials in charge of those dams haven't even taken office yet. And you've already calculated that I will be silenced.
So this is how venomous you are. I actually took those brilliant advisors and recommended them all to be minor officials, rather than let them serve me.
Lord Gu, you in this state are really... When cousin hits you, she'll still hesitate to ruin that face of yours. But the third prince is not like cousin. He doesn't have a soft spot for beauty. And he's not into men either.
What are you so smug about? Those people are useless. Those who were supposed to assist me, where did you send them?
Sent them where they belong. Gu Ziyi. Do you really think those statecraft strategies from the past life were your achievement alone?
They were my thoughts. My writings. I have memories of the past life. I should be the one who never miscalculates.
Those essays of yours were found by me in your past life. Dozens of brilliant but unrecognized advisors went over them like a fine-tooth comb, again and again. They filled in the gaps for you, added details, and cited classical texts. You got away with cheating so many times that you even fooled yourself. Those people are the real fire that rises to the sky. They just lacked a chance to climb up. I was able to lift you, a lowly horse groom, to the position of Grand Secretary. Naturally, I have an eye for talent. You think without you, I couldn't find anyone else to do the work.
Use the connections with the Wei family and grandmother to pack them all into the court.
There are plenty of talents, but marital affection can change. A patron's favor is rare to find. You think my planning for you was something I owed you, but they are different. I mobilized my father and grandmother's entire network of connections to bring them into the court. What they're grateful for is my recognition. When they rise to fame, half the court's new officials in the future will all be retainers of the Wei family. And you, Gu Ziyi, what do you have to compete with?
No. This can't be. Without me. How could they ever rise above?
Lord Gu, come to think of it, I should also thank you.
Thank me?
If it weren't for you, this wild pheasant, spouting theories in court and making a fool of yourself with that diversion proposal, how could it highlight that they, the real doers, are the true phoenixes? You've been a great stepping stone. Sinha, see Lord Gu out. With his current appearance, he might defile the mansion's noble aura.
Marquis Waning has fought for years, with great merit to the state. Move that he has no sons, only one daughter. By special decree, we appoint Wei Shening as attendant of the Waning Marquis Manor to inherit the title after 100 years. Her offspring, male or female, shall be legitimate heirs, and the title shall pass through generations without end.
Your humble servant Wei Shening thanks your majesty for your immense grace.
Lan Yun, I know your father is gravely ill. This title is good, but in the end, there's no one to look after you. I hear that you and the Prince of Yunnan's heir, Yun Pei, grew up together and are deeply in love. Why not let me bestow marriage upon you two today and make a beautiful story? What do you say?
Your majesty, my father's old injury has flared up. It's very serious. He can no longer serve your majesty. Your humble servant has failed to fulfill filial duty by his side in the past. Now I only wish to stay by his side.
Oh, so what do you mean?
I beg your majesty to allow me to establish my own household. I will decide my own marriage. I will never marry out in this life. I will only take a husband in.
How rare that you are so filial. I grant your request.
Of course, your majesty is pleased. The part about taking a husband in completely cuts off any possibility of marriage into nobility. He can't wait to let the Shen family end with my generation. And die out.
Your Majesty, I am willing.
You are willing to what?
I am willing to marry the lady attendant. As long as I can enter the Wei family, I could even be a live-in son-in-law. Even a concubine, I would gladly accept.
Nonsense. You've completely disgraced the Prince of Yunnan's mansion. Yanpei, what do you think this throne hall is?
I am sincere. Please grant my wish, Your Majesty.
Guards, take this troublemaker who disrupts the court and drag him out of the palace.
Aining, please consider it. The status of a concubine, I can accept that too.
Court is adjourned.
I thank Minghua first. Please, Grand Tutor, keep silent. Envy your father as the Prince of Zhenbei. Your Majesty will likely not approve. But I still proposed it.
Congratulations, lady, you finally got your wish.
With the impossible request of a princely title, and then timely proposing to appoint me as a lady attendant, Your Majesty will only think this compromise both appeases the Wei family and cuts off the Wei family line.
Sister, you're finally out. Come on, I'll walk you back.
Don't trouble yourself, Your Highness. The Wei family carriage is waiting for you ahead.
If I had known this day would come, back then. Why did you provoke me? I've already prepared the betrothal gifts. Our mothers, after all, were sisters and classmates, and we were betrothed before birth, childhood sweethearts. Ha, ha. You're just a heartless little liar.
The Imperial Guard, why didn't they throw you farther? Yanpei, what was that scene in court? What were you trying to do?
Sister, you saw it too. Your Majesty fears Uncle Wei. But doesn't he also fear my family? If I could really marry you, then the military power of both the Southern Prince's mansion and the Wei family would be severed from their lineage. For my family, this is the best retreat. Sister, you've tricked me so badly. This time, let me use you once too.
I disagree.
What?
You seek retreat, I seek advance. Retreat again and again. In the end there will be no room for retreat, ending with the whole family executed.
Then what do you want?
If we can support someone who won't be suspicious and won't burn bridges, to ascend the throne, then we won't need to retreat anymore.
Miss, since you insist on that, I'll make you see clearly what it's like without the medicine.
When Jiliu was pulled out of the water, she was already not breathing. The old scar on her face was ulcerated beyond recognition. The coroner said during the autopsy that the scar had healed, and then was torn open again. Because of uncontrolled bleeding, using gunpowder, they had to use gunpowder to cauterize the wound and stop the bleeding.
Did you hear? The young lady's life was saved, but she might have lost the baby. And she can never have children again.
But her face is terrifying. The cuts are so deep you can see the bone. Now they can't even keep a mirror in the mansion. The young lady goes mad at the sight of water.
Since he wants it, then give it to him. This time, no matter how much he wants, we'll provide enough. Truly a pair of master and servant. In the past life, you carved my face. In this life, you seem to enjoy cutting your own face too. Lead powder seeps into the bones, and mandrake seeds. Cousin, take your time with this beautiful dream.
Wow. So this is the house of the third prince's trusted aide. So grand. Our Gu family has finally made it. We can spend however we want.
What are you yelling for? Your son is accomplished now. What are these things? Go pour me a few jugs of the most expensive wine.
Open the door and let Miss Jing out. The deposit was only 30%. The rest of the silver has been overdue for half a month. Do you think we're running a charity?
When buying, they were so generous with brocade silks, nanmu, bamboo, jewelry, everything was carried into the mansion, but now that it's time to pay up, they've learned to turtle up.
Everyone, please calm down. Our Lord Gu has just taken office, busy with state affairs. He will never shortchange your money.
Busy with state affairs? Can being busy with state affairs excuse taking things without paying? If we don't get the silver today, we'll go to the Shunyan prefecture and file a complaint.
Aye, think of something quick. I was just doing what I used to do, at the Jiang's mansion, buying some things. Who knew that in this house, you can't even squeeze a word out of them?
Shut up. If the Jiang family didn't provide you with a steward to manage your household, did you just go wild spending outside? Take this Spring River painting. It's more than enough to cover your paltry debt of a few hundred taels.
Humph, Lord Gu, are you treating me like a beggar?
This is my own handwriting. I was famed for both calligraphy and painting since youth, able to write with both hands at once. 1,000 gold pieces can't buy one.
Both what? Never heard of it. Use this painting as a screen decoration. At best it'd sell for a few taels. But Miss Jiang owes me 500 taels. If you really want to offset the debt, paintings like this, you'll have to paint me 100 of them.
You're out of line.
In his past life, if I hadn't boldly created hype for him, how could his calligraphy be worth 1,000 gold pieces? Sir, take a closer look at the paper, the ink strokes. Do they look authentic?
This painting is almost indistinguishable from the original. No, even better.
Miss Wei, what are you doing?
This painting is just a copy my husband casually made. A forgery isn't worth that much. If any guest truly likes it, when my husband is free he can paint another, and give it for free.
Lord Gu is truly a recluse, a man of noble character and lofty integrity.
My mistress heard that Lord Gu is now busy writing calligraphy to pay off debts. But people outside who see his handwriting just call it scribbles.
Cheat enough times, and you really start believing you're a genius. But he forgot, there's no one to hype him up now. That hand of his, shaking so much he can't even hold a brush, is worth less than a pile of waste paper in others' eyes. Without the process of becoming famous, no matter how well you paint, who would buy it?
Did you hear that? He wants me to paint hundreds of them. What about my hand?
Never mind that, I've already used those things. You need to find a way. I still need to buy the supplement salt paste. If I stop taking it, my face will be ruined.
What do you expect me to do? Take out your dowry. Pay off those ringleaders first.
Touch my dowry. Don't even think about it.
Then watch the creditors tear down the gate.
How dare you yell at me? Didn't you say you were a dragon entering the river? And now, you don't even have a decent official post. Can't even come up with silver, you useless waste.
I've already written the divorce papers. Get out of the Gu family. You venomous woman. Spending beyond our means. Now you've burdened me with huge debts. I, Gu Ziyi, will not keep you.
Haha, you want to divorce me? You eat from my Jiang family. You live in my Jiang family's house. Now you want to kick me out and climb the social ladder? Dream on.
Enough. Master Gu, your temper is too hot. This silver was specifically allocated by the third prince. It's already settled. Those bad debts outside.
See that? The third prince is determined to get involved. My lord, he's even taken care of Master Gu's gambling debts and bad debts. All of them.
Control the money, control the lives. These two are now tightly locked on the same boat by the third prince.
The third prince said, he is in need of talent right now. He can't do without the Jiang family's support. Shengjin is my legitimate daughter. If you divorce her, you'll be cutting off your own future.
Your Highness, we can't wait any longer. The Emperor's health is fading, but he keeps promoting the Crown Prince and the First Prince. Clearly, he's trying to weaken your power. If he orders you to leave the capital for your fief, the throne will be completely out of reach.
Father is in his prime. Starting a coup now, no.
No, what if? I've calculated it precisely. Tonight, the palace guard is sparse. I observed the stars. Tonight is the time for the true dragon to shift. Your Highness, your power is at its peak now. If we don't strike first, we'll be waiting for death.
Fine. Then we rebel tonight. Kill.
Treacherous son, indeed, you have wild ambition. Instigated by others, you dare to force the throne.
You said father would be in the harem right now.
No. How could this happen? The timing is wrong. And the people are wrong.
We'll be killed as rebels.
Your Majesty, I have a report. The third prince has rebelled. It was actually instigated by the criminal official Gu Ziyi's incitement. I have recently investigated and found the evidence of the Gu family's rebellion from back then, the deeply hidden evidence of treason. When we investigated Gu Ziyi's payments back then, the trail went cold, but actually, it's not that we couldn't find it, it was that someone covered it up. These letters and private seals are enough to prove the true master of the Gu family back then was the first prince.
Decree. What a fine example of a son following his father's footsteps. The Gu father and son actually dared to toy with my princes, in the palm of their hands. Remnants of the Gu family, The third prince is reduced to a commoner. All are to be executed. The prince's confinement shall be handled by the third prince himself. What a fine father-son act. The Gu family actually dared to toy with my princess in the palm of their hands. Decree: depose the first prince and the third prince as commoners. Confine them for life to the imperial clan court. The Gu family remnant Gu Ji disrupted the court. All are to be executed. Send them to the third prince's confinement. Let the third prince handle them personally.
The third prince's rebellion failed. His only request is to personally flay this Gu Ji.
How could he not hate him? Everyone suspects Gu Ji is the first prince's death agent planted beside the third prince. Look at the strategies he proposed. None of them worked. They all pushed the third prince straight into a trap.
It wasn't me. I didn't. That was a belief my father died for. How could he be truly the first prince's lackey? Wei Shining, it was you, wasn't it? You forged the letters. My father was innocent. Before he died, he clearly told me that he was fighting for justice.
Gu Ji, your father dared not tell you until his death the truth was to keep you alive, but you, with this life he saved, personally sent the entire Gu clan to their deaths. Your belief was rotten to the core from the very beginning.
No. My grievance, my revenge, was it all a joke?
Rest assured, my lady. I've already taken care of everything. This Gu Ji has committed high treason. He won't stay here long. He'll be sent to the third prince's mansion soon. Feel free to take out your anger. I'll be waiting outside.
Wei Shining, it was you. You had it all planned from the start. You forged evidence. You framed my father. You vicious woman.
Framed Gu Ji. Can't take it anymore. Your entire life has been nothing but a joke. You keep saying you love Jiang Shengjin, that you two are kindred spirits, that he got lost at Xiangshan Temple, and you spent the whole night together. But think about it. Jiang Shengjin is the precious jewel of the main branch. If he went missing for even a moment, the Jiang family would be turned upside down. Someone as pampered as him, how could he get lost at Xiangshan Temple and no one come looking all night? Only me. Only me. I had just lost my mother, was being bullied in the Jiang family, and had nowhere to hide. That's why I slipped into that rundown temple. Only in that kind of situation would I have sympathized with you, a destitute stranger.
No, that's impossible. He said it was him.
You said your father died unjustly, and in that desolate wilderness, you guarded me for a whole day and night, soothing my grief over my mother's death. I was fooled by your lies, and gave you a fortune before I left. Otherwise, who in this world would just help a nobody, the son of a disgraced official?
A fortune. How could it be you? That day, I only saw you from afar, getting into the Jiang family's carriage. I thought you were a daughter of the Jiang family. I thought it was Jin.
So you mistook your enemy for your benefactor, repaying kindness to the very person who wronged you. Gu Ji, your entire life, only the first decade or so was truly glorious. That was real. The rest has been nothing but a series of ironic jokes.
Miss, this Lord Gu, he's like a completely different person. Earlier he was biting like a mad dog, and now he's lost his soul.
When the heart dies, the noise stops. Gu Ji, in this life, your debt is paid.
Ning, Gu Ji has been taken away for days now. I've made inquiries. The third prince's private torture is said to be even more brutal than the imperial palaces.
He prides himself on never miscalculating. Now that he's fallen into the hands of the third prince, who toyed with him like a pawn, there's no good days ahead.
The third prince is seething with anger and has nowhere to vent. Gu Ji, the one who started it all, won't be allowed to die easily until he's tasted every punishment in the prince's mansion. The third prince won't let him die in peace. Dreaming of death is impossible.
He deserves it.
Husband, Jinner locks herself in her room all day now. Please, think of something.
I've done everything to protect her, to prove Gu Ji has nothing to do with the Jiang family. I've lost all face. My official rank was demoted, then demoted again. Now in the capital, everyone's laughing at the Jiang family.
Master, madam, the eldest miss is causing trouble in the courtyard again.
I am the wife of the Grand Secretary. I am a first-rank noble lady. You lowly servants, how dare you treat me with disrespect? Where is Yi? Yi is taking me to see the Emperor. No, I'm marrying into the Yunnan Prince's manor. Yanpei is waiting for me. I am the future princess consort.
Ah, ghost.
Quick, send the restorative cream to him. Stop the medicine, he'll go mad, harder to control.
Did you see? The person in that room, she's no longer the eldest miss of the Jiang family. She's like a female ghost. This courtyard, who would dare set foot here again?
Gu Ziyi, months after being taken away by the third prince, at the mass grave on the outskirts of the capital, this ruin appeared. They say when he was first thrown there, he was still breathing. But with all those vultures and starving beasts around, he probably couldn't escape being gnawed on, who knows?
Lan Yun returned the military power to the emperor. This old bones of your father's can finally take it easy. Ha ha ha. I've guarded the border my whole life. I need to go see the real mountains and rivers.
Father, just enjoy your travels. The Marquis Manor, with my title, I'll definitely keep it safe.
Good. You're truly worthy of the Wei family. Shinhei, take good care of the Marquis.
Miss, oh no, Marquise. Now that the old Marquis is gone, those in the capital watching us will probably start causing trouble again.
Let them watch. I can hold this Marquis position steady. Grandmother, the manor is all cleaned up. Lan Yun specifically came to take you back to enjoy your old age. This estate is simple. Why should you suffer here?
I have my dowry, and the estate can support me. Why go to the manor and be trapped in that small place?
But
Lan Yun, an old steed still longs to gallop, a hero still has ambition. I reopened this school, watched it turn into a women's academy, and now into this college. Now you hold a high position. I can no longer support you at court. But remember, all the students in this academy are your comrades. In this world, countless women who strive unceasingly are all your support, Wei Lan Yun.
Your Majesty, the northern troops have invaded again. They demand to marry one of our imperial princesses. Only then will they cease hostilities. This is a matter of grave military action. Please consider carefully, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, the sixth princess is the jewel of our dynasty, a precious daughter. How can she be married far away? We ministers jointly submit a memorial, requesting that the Grand Princess of Dingguo marry the Northern Qing to secure peace.
the Grand Princess of Dingguo has illustrious military achievements. She has led troops to repel the northern invaders many times. She is the backbone of our dynasty. To send a meritorious official for marriage alliance, are you men not ashamed?
Wait, Marquis Wei, marriage alliance represents the face of the dynasty. If we don't send someone who can awe the barbarians, how can we display our great nation's dignity?
Your Majesty, the Grand Princess has served the state. We must not dishearten the soldiers like this. I am willing to lead troops to battle. I will surely drive the northern forces back.
The northern troops specifically named a princess, not military merit. I cannot bear to part with Lure. But for the sake of all people, the Grand Princess is indeed the most suitable one.
Your Majesty is wise.
As a lady in waiting, time and again in the court, you intervene in the policy of Northern Marriage Alliance. You have overstepped your bounds.
I dare not. I just could not bear to see a meritorious official of our dynasty so humiliated.
Since you care so much for the Grand Princess of Dingguo, then the title of envoy to escort the bride I bestow upon you. The northern border is far, and the people are barbaric. I imagine Marquis Wei on this journey will suffer a great deal. This will temper your pride well.
I accept the decree.
See those leading officers? All are veterans of the Wei family army. They didn't die on the battlefield, but have reunited here.
Miss, the elite troops selected from all regions are assembled. Half are brothers returning from our Wei family army.
The Grand Princess may set off.
You see, he thinks belittling us will dishearten the world. But the women of this world will all be proud of us.
His Majesty thinks this journey is a humiliation. But he does not know that I will, in our dynasty, pave the way for your return.
Haha. Lan Qing understands me.
All troops, hear my command, march, escort the Grand Princess 300 li. The Emperor thinks exiling us will secure his throne. But he does not know that this 3,000 li escort journey is the reunion of the Wei family army and the beginning of a power shift.